Hello, beautiful people. Today I'm going to be teaching you how you can make your own Blender character. And this tutorial is for beginners, so you're in luck. So first, let's just give a good run through. So this is the 3D viewport, and this is a default cube. This. Now, if I move around, this is called I can view the 3D, so I can basically rotate this, but do not be misconcepted. This does not equal camera view. This does not mean that this will be the final result. So be careful when you're exporting. The camera you have to move manually. It does not move automatically. Or it does. I don't know. I've not learned that yet. So anyways, so this is the basic, and you can set up the lightings. These lightings are not fixed. You can change views from here. This you can X-ray mode, so you can see through and you can select through. You close X-ray view and then you cannot do the same thing. Material view, here's where you can see what is the material or what's the color of the object, and this is the rendered view. Rendered view shows where's the light. But anyways, or what will it look like when it's rendered. Now this is wireframe view. Wireframe view is like this. It looks like there's nothing between these lines, but there is when you go to solid view. Now we'll not delete this cube because we need this. Let's begin. I'm going to press S to scale, SX to scale on the X axis, and that has made a good pelvis. We have to make a pelvis first. So that the entire thing can be modeled on top of this. I'm only going to be teaching you how you can model the character. So first I will just do this. Now this is one thing I do. Shading, go to desktop shortcut, go to Infenzia platelet. I've downloaded this. I'll give you the platelet link down, but shout out to Infenzia for this platelet. You can check him out. There's a link in the description. So we're gonna go connect color to base color. So it's here. I'm gonna zoom out from here using my middle mouse, linear, and go to closest. Now we're going to go to UV editing. UV editing is where you can add the colors, but I'm not gonna be doing here. So this is one more thing you can do. All you have to do is go to material preview here. Now we're going to open up. So whenever this thing opens up, that means you can open another window. So now here's where you can change what window do you want to open. This is the 3D viewport right now. We do not want the viewport, we want UV editor. You can press shift F10 to open it up, but I'm sorry, it does not work on my computer, but usually it does. So I'm going to open up UV editor, select this object, press tab, press A to select all of the vertices, zoom in here. Now you can see this is a net. We're going to select the entirety of the net, S to scale, and G to move it to the skin color, which is this. Or you can change it. You can change the tone here. I want this man to look like this. So this is pretty good. And let's begin. Let's begin modeling. So we're going to be adding colors as we go. I'm going to add this loop cut and slide. We don't need to slide it, we just need to add a loop cut. Alt Z to go into X-ray vision. I just told you what happens in the X-ray vision. I'm gonna X delete those vertices. Alt Z get out of this. I just need to see if okay, it's not. There's a notification. There's something that pops up there whenever. Oh, sorry. Press A and S Z. Just shape it a little more. Actually, I just wanted the shape of the shirt. This is not what the shape of the pant is, so don't worry. Go to modifiers tab, add modifier, and add a mirror modifier. And this looks good. I'm gonna go to clipping, select clipping, and I'm gonna press A and SX. Yeah. Now I'm gonna press 3 on the numpad, select this top vertice, E to extrude, Control R and 2 to add 2 loop cuts and click on it. S to scale. That is actually going to be the start of the pants. So I guess I'll just change the bottom color there. You need to just drag and drop the colors. It's Alt Z, select that. G to change it to black because I want black pants. They look pretty formal. So this is pretty good. I'm gonna press Alt Z to get out of Alt Z. Sorry, I mean X-ray view. Alt Z view. Press 3. Select that. E to extrude. S to scale. I need to make it approximately like the neck. SX. Now here I will disable this E to extrude. Now I'm going to Alt Z. Select this part. Move this to skin color. That is the neck. Select this. Now I'm going to keep the skin color. Switch. Get out of X-ray vision. Sorry. Did I select that? Okay. Did I select that? I really have my doubts. Select that. E to extrude. S to scale. That's the base of the head. We don't want it a lot. Like we don't want it to be bigger on the y-axis and less big on the x-axis. We want it more big on the x-axis. Or bigger. I really have a pretty bad English. We're going to make a good box head. So this is a box head. Control R and we're going to press 2. Control R is for loop cut. Now press 2. Add that. Oh, Control 2. Why do I keep deselecting? R and 2. Control R and what is happening here? Okay, sorry. S to scale. That's a pretty good head. You can change the roundings, but I'll keep this. I'll keep this. Okay, so now I'm gonna press 3. Select that I to inset that. SX to scale it on the X axis. SZ to scale it on the Z axis. GX to move it here. SX to move it here. GZ to move it up. That's the positioning of the eye. I'm going to press E to extrude. Now I'm going to change the color to black. E to extrude. Oh, sorry. E. And just to release it. Or else the color will look the color will look not good. It'll look very weird. So you can press I to insert. Oh, wait! I did one mistake. I don't need black. I need white. Now I can I to inset. I'm actually making the pupil right now. Move this to black. And I'm going to press E or else the color will look it'll look disoriented. You can say that. Now press this. I and B. It'll take the mirror in account or else it'll look separate. Press SX. Press select black. I'm gonna move this in. That makes the mouth. E to move it in. Now that makes the mouth. And we're gonna select this to make the ear. Now the ear is very important. Or else how will our character hear? So SY, just scale it well. E to extrude. S to scale. E to extrude. S to scale. And E to extrude. That's a good way, but that's when you want to make an alien. So that's good. And now we're just going to go to making the arms. So I'm going to select that. E to extrude. G, Z to move down. R, Y to move it, to rotate it on the Y axis and just align it. And press S. SY, just scale it a little bit on the Y axis. Oh, that's a little too much. Now we're going to press E. Extrude it on the x-axis, you can say. Right now I've not locked it, but if you want to, you can lock it. Now we're gonna press the X, just E, E, E. We're gonna do that 3 times. When we will add the bones tomorrow, it's gonna look a little more realistic, but this character is definitely not realistic. Now I'm going to press S to scale this. Now I want this person to wear a full t-shirt. So now from here on, this is where we're going to add the skin color. So I'm going to select this, Alt Z, select that. Now I'm going to change this to skin. That's how our shirt will end. And press Alt Z, we are already on face selection. E to extrude, S to scale, E to extrude, like that. I to insert, GX to move, or on the x-axis, SX, SZ. Now we're going to press E to extrude the thumb, VZ, axis. We don't want it disrupted. So GZ, just align that, S to scale that. I'm going to select that and I'm going to press 2. So I'm going to select that and that. I'm press R. Oop. Select that R. We're going to add the straight thing, whatever you call that. We're going to make it straight. That's good. And now I'm just gonna press GZ to just add a rounded thing. Sorry. Select that GZ. Just make it a little pointed so that we'll not make the fingers right now. Fingers is a little complicated topic, so I'm not gonna use that. So press 3 right now. I'm gonna select this face, VZ. We don't want that pivot to be big. This is very big. So I'm just gonna press SX to scale that on the X-axis, not on the Y-axis. Disclaimer. Select that, E to extrude it, GX to just align it, just make it straight. Now we're gonna press SZ0 to rotate it and align it. Just move it like that. SX to scale it on the X-axis, SY to scale it a little bit on the Y-axis, and that's a good start to the thigh. This is actually the thigh. E. Now we're gonna do the same thing that we did in the arm. Make 3 cuts. Select that. I'm going to press. Oh, sorry. Actually, I'm just gonna S to scale and I to insect. SY. Oh, sorry. I to set SY just SX. So we're just gonna make the leg now. Now we're gonna press E. We're gonna click E, extrude, but we're gonna press Alt Z, select the bottom faces, select this face, these faces actually. Press G and move it to the skin because there is some difference between the pants and the legs. The legs are kind of exposed when you wear full pants, even when you wear full pants. That's why you feel cold when you're wearing full pants in winters. E to extrude, S to scale. Now we're going to start making the boots. Alt Z, select this. Oh, sorry, not that. Select that. I just need to select the boots. D and turn it to black. Or you can just change it to any color you want. I wanted black. E to extrude. E to extrude. To select that GZ. That has made the foot, which is very good. And this is very good. Now I'm just Alt Z. Oh, Alt Z. Oh, I'm like go. Okay, here. I'm gonna select that 3. Select that. E to extrude, but we don't need to extrude it right now. We're going to press Shift D. Now, as you can see, this is for the hat. Now we're going to press S and F to fill in all the gaps in between. I'm going to change this. First, we're going to just shape out the cap. I'm going to change this to red or whatever color you want for your cap. That kind of looks weird, but trust me, it's going to look good in a short time. I'm going to change this to red here. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more here so that you can get a close up. Press. Now we're going to we're going to select that, press P, remove it or to separate it from the character. SX, just scale it on the X-axis. Now we're going to press Tab. We're going to go to 1. That is vertice selection. Select those words. Do not select that. Select that. Select that and select that. Now press F to fill that in. Press Tab. Now as you can see, this is a very good hat. We're going to press Tab. And now I'm just going to extrude the hat. So I'm going to press A and SX to scale it on the X-axis. 3 to select this. I and B to take the, oh sorry, it was already taking the mirror into account. Oh, not R, E to extrude that. G, Z to move it here. G, Z, just align it. Very good. Now press R and X. X, Q, C. That should do. Now I'm just going to add the color. I'm going to select this. Shift select that. Shift select that. To select multiple faces individually, you can press Shift. Now I'm going to select this and change it to black. That's a good hat. Yeah, this looks pretty good. I'm going to press... Oh, I switched on caps lock. Now I'm going to press Tab. This is our character. This is a very good looking character, not gonna lie. So, you can always come back to me whenever you want to learn more about Blender. So next video is going to be about adding bones to this character so that we can animate it. But first, I have to correct one of my misconceptions. This is the problem. This is blue. So I'm going to select this. V to move to black. Perfect. Tab. Now this is our character. If you followed the steps correctly, you will get this character. If you didn't, well, that's not your fault. Don't worry. Okay, now I'm gonna add in glasses to this guy. Or else, like, it'll just look ridiculous. I'm gonna Shift A, add something in it. Add the cube. This is the cube. G, Z, S to scale, G, X to move it. That's gonna be, what do we call that? I'm just really forgetting a lot of the terms. So I'm going to select that. SX to scale it on the X-axis. GX to stick there. Press Tab to go here and okay, that's good. Now select this. Control R. Oh, sorry, 2. Add 2 loop cuts. 3. Select that. Shift select that. E to extrude. Don't worry, I know this looks horrible right now, but it's not gonna in a moment. I to insert that. Insert that. I clicked I 2 times. Select Alt Z. Going to select this face. Shift select these two faces. X to delete those vertices. Oh, sorry. X to delete those faces, not the vertices. That's good. Tab. That makes a good looking. God, I'm really forgetting some terms. I'm gonna select this top. G, Z. Just move it and place it. That looks good. And now I'm just gonna add in the goggles, or the thing that you used to hook it on. Shift select that, E extrude. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Select that, shift select that, E to extrude that, Control Z, Z. Oh, shift select that, E to extrude, S to scale, S. Do not take the mirror in account, please. Thank you. GX. Okay, I have to individually do this now. S to scale, do the same thing on this side. I really forgot to add the mirror modifier, but we don't need it. I'm going to shift select this, E to extrude. Now we've got this. This is perfect. Now press tab, add modifier. I'm just going to add one modifier, which is subdivision surface. Okay, I really don't want to. Okay, so that we got the goggles, GX, just GZ, do that, GZ, up. Now we're going to press SX. Just scale it according to the head. And that should do. Just GY. Just a little bit. Oh. Does this remind you of someone? I'm just going to arrange the goggles. Press tab. Select these faces. Alt Z. Y. Select these faces. Only select these faces. Actually, you know what? I don't need these goggles. This guy already looks handsome enough. Okay, so this is the end of the tutorial.